Hello there guys, Davinator right here, and today I got another book review for you. Now, the book I'm reviewing today is the sequel to the 1995 sci-fi thriller Relic. It's called Reliquary. It was written in 1997, also written by Douglas Preston and Lincoln Child, and I reviewed Relic not too long ago. And I really enjoyed the book. I thought it was a fun read. It was well written. It was interesting. It had problems, but overall, I like the book. It's definitely worth reading. And so I wanted to read the sequel. And, well, the plot, wait, let's see. I've never been too good at giving these plot descriptions, but again, as usual, I'll do my best. Well, it stars all the same characters as in the first book, and it introduces some new characters. Now, essentially, it's 18 months after the events of Relic, and all the characters, they've kind of, like, gone their separate ways. They still, most of them live in the same place. They still live in Manhattan, but, they like especially Margot Green, the main character, she's just she's kind of estranged, and she's been constantly having night terrors, just waking up at night freaking out, and she's been distancing herself from everyone else, and or just because she doesn't want to be scared anymore. But then murders start to happen, and they resemble the murders from the Museum Beast from Relic, and well, eventually Margot Green, Dr. Frock, Lieutenant D'Agosta, and Agent Pendergast have to come to Manhattan and try to solve these murders, and it, goes along, and you have your nice sci-fi techno thriller type deal. And I honestly think this is an improvement on the first book. It's not a massive improvement, but it is a slight improvement. There are certain areas to where it has definitely improved, mainly with the pacing. Now, the first book, it was definitely entertaining, but there are times where it get a little boring. Some of the scientific jargon could get a little hard to swallow. And, not that I have any problem with science, but it was just the fact that it was pretty darn unrealistic and very just ridiculous, which I can take because it's science fiction, not science. But, still, it's really unrealistic at times, and it's still an entertaining book, but there are times where the pace went up and down, and overall, just the sequences with the Museum Beast itself were just kind of underwhelming, and overall the book just wasn't that suspenseful for me for the most part. This book ups the intensity, and it has better pacing. Just throughout the entire book, there's never a boring stretch at all. It's just it's just it's like a really well-paced book, and it's never boring. I just said that, so redundant. But the point is, it's much better paced. It flows better, is what I'm trying to say. And yeah, as for the action sequences themselves and the encounters with, I'm not going to say anything about the antagonists of the story. They're much better, well done. They're actually a lot more exciting, and this book actually, it drifts more so into the horror genre than Relic did, because Relic, it felt, it's a thriller. It had horror-ish elements. It's a creature book that you read. It's not a movie, but that was stupid. But this book, it actually ventures more into horror territory than the first book. There are actually certain scenes where it's like, okay, this is straight out of a scary book. It looked like it was going more for the horror genre, is what I'm trying to say, and I like that because I like the horror genre, and while some of the scenes, it could get a little cheesy because this book is definitely not perfect. There's still some ridiculous science in there at times, and I don't know. It's definitely not a perfect book, but it's more entertaining all in all, and the characters are actually improved. They're fleshed out more. Margot Green in the first book, I was like, an okay protagonist. Agent Pendergast and D'Agosta and Smithback were much better characters. But in this book, she's actually fleshed out more. You understand her more, and she becomes an above average protagonist. I liked her a bit more in this book, and the dialogue is also touched up a bit. It's more entertaining. It flows better. It's more witty and clever. And the side characters in the book, they're good in the first book, but here they're actually a bit better. Smithback, he's not in the book as much as he was in Relic, which kind of bummed me out, but still, when he's in it, he's very likable. Well, in a way, there are times to where the things he does, you could argue that's a little bit shady. I don't know about that. That's maybe kind of a douchey move, but overall, oh no, he has a good heart and he's still a good character, and I like this character. Lieutenant D'Agosta, he's more like in the first book he was really profane. He was likable for sure, but you know he could be kind of a douche at times. You're like, I don't know if this is the type of person that I would actually like in real life if I were to meet him. Um, you know, if they're real, of course. But in this book, he's more restrained, and he's actually more likable. He's a genuinely good, well-written character. Agent Pendergast is where it's at, though. He was great in the first book. In this book, he's even better. He's just really cool. He's a very good character, and I can't wait to. I can't wait. I can't wait to read other books written by Douglas Preston, like a child about his character, because he's been in other books by then. The next book that was written with the character of Agent Pendergast is The Cabinet of Curiosities, which I have already bought. I bought it at an antique shop for like $2, which is a much better deal than I could get at Barnes & Noble because it was there for like $10. So, or $9, but still, good deal there. And I'll read that eventually, but I have a good bit of other books in my reading queue too, before I get to that. But, all in all, definitely an entertaining book. I'd say it technically isn't quite as literate and well written as the first one. Not that Relic is, you know, like a Shakespearean literature type thing like that. Okay, I just got my words really jumbled, sorry. But, you know, it was technically a little bit better written, like, but this book is more entertaining. If you want a popcorn read book, this is a better deal than Relic, because Relic is definitely entertaining, but there were pacing issues, and overall, you know, it was interesting because it was well written for the most part. Whereas this book, it's technically slightly less well written, falls more into the, you know, pulp entertainment category, but it's still more entertaining. I actually do think it is slightly better than the first book. It's pretty good. Anyway, guys, well, sorry, rating. I gotta give it, all things considered, a B plus. I said it's better than the first book, but I'm still gonna give it the same grade as the first book because it's just a smidgen better. And as for the gore rating, give it a 3 out of 7. It's not as bad as the first book in terms of gore, kind of bloody. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I realized that this was a bit jumbled at times. I kind of stuttered a bit, so I apologize for that if this is just a really... Yeah, I apologize if this turned out as a bad review, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I'll try not to be so sloppy in the future. And anyway, guys, if you like this video, please rate and comment and subscribe. And if you want to, you can also share. And just thanks for watching my videos, guys. I really appreciate you coming to our channel here. Get out of my face.